Okay, so we're supposedly live now, but I can't see the window yet. I'll tell you in a minute. And
Oh, my best. Oh God, let's hear it.
come on, come on, come on.
So, we're just gonna take our arms and move them like this, but first, I want you to ground into the earth. Let
Okay.
everything, allow everything to
And
energy flow from heaven and earth in through
wait,
the pitchfork. 1 and 2.
started streaming less than a minute ago, and yeah, there's one watching now, so you can go ahead and say hello to our first guest.
Wash down with the intention the front of the body.
Good evening. I'm Fred Bologna, and I'm here to welcome you to the Eclectic Collective's newest production, Same as It Ever Wasn't, written by Janice Rock, Nina Solomita, and David Norum. Same as It Ever Wasn't is actually 3 short plays creatively woven by Janice Rock into one story about the plight of people experiencing homelessness. This evening's performance will open with a poem by Davis Mendez and conclude with a short video documentary of interviews with unsheltered people by River Nevai. Now, if you feel that you would like to help people without traditional housing, we will post links to donate to our suggested organization. You can donate through Venmo at Agents of Change 831, or choose items to be distributed to folks who need them from the Amazon wish list. Tonight's cast includes David Norum, Jason Roeder, Janice Rock, River Nevai, Carrie Newhouse, Jane Press, and Alyssa Tanner. Since we are unable to hand you a playbill to read before the lights dim in the house, I asked the cast to write me a playbill biography that I might share with our audience. So here is what they sent me. Jason Roeder, reporting for duty as Cadet Packard, last seen turning heads as the Wheel of Fortune in Passion of the Fool and channeling his inner Benjamin Franklin in Dr. Visit. Jason is back for more in this unique collaboration of writers and actors here on Zoom. He especially thanks Janice Rock, Fred Bologna, and David Norum for the chance to join such a creative group. David Norum is a retired Monterey County deputy and district attorney investigator. He is now an actor, musician, composer, and playwright. All of these things cover for his disappointment at never being the center fielder for the Giants. This is Alyssa Tanner's 4th show with the Eclectic Collective. She has been performing on the peninsula since 2007 with various companies. Most recently in Next to Normal as Diana with Paraphrase, My Mother's Keeper by Jane Press at the Carl Cherry, and My Name Is by David Norum at the Pink Flamingo. She was ready to open as Fraulein Schneider in Cabaret when the lockdown started, and hopefully this show will start rehearsing soon for a winter opening at the Paper Wing Theater and Supper Club. She says, I know God won't give me more than I can handle. I just wish he didn't trust me so much. Jane Press comes from a show business family in New York and Los Angeles. She has been acting on stage since the Kennedy administration, appearing in such roles as Fran in The Day They Shot John Lennon, Patsy in Sideman, Margaret Lord in The Philadelphia Story, Maria Morelli in Lend Me a Tenor, Harriet Gottlieb in Dead Man's Cell Phone, Felicia Dantine in I Hate Hamlet, multiple roles in The Laramie Project, Cookie Gantz in Neil Simon's Rumors, and as her own mother, Della, in 3 critically acclaimed and commercially successful productions of her original play, My Mother's Keeper, in Carmel, By the Sea, and Los Angeles. In spring 2022, Jane will appear in the Central Coast premiere as Mary in The Testament of Mary by Colm Toibin for a 5-week run at the Cherry Center for the Performing Arts in Carmel by the Sea. River Nevaeh, actor, musician, writer, and teaching assistant, founded the MPC dual enrollment Seaside High Dramatic Arts program and teaches theater and cinema at Hartnell College. River has performed with Pac Rep, Western Stage, MPC, and directed with Paraphrase Productions. River hosts open mics and curates live music events designed to give a platform to women and gender diverse performers. River's homeless advocacy began in March of 2020. River and their team Direct Action Monterey Network delivered essential supply care packages to encampments of people without traditional shelter. River also joined forces with Agents of Change 831, a Salinas-based group that coordinates events and projects to sharing resources such as clothing, food, and cold weather supplies. River also works with the Salinas Monterey County Homeless Union and advocates for the dignity and autonomy of unsheltered people on a legal and policy level. Now, for those of you just tuned in, I'm Fred Bologna, and I'm welcoming you to the Eclectic Collective's newest production, Same as It Ever Wasn't, written by Janice Rock, Nina Solomita, and David Norum. Same as It Ever Wasn't is 3 short plays creatively woven by Janice Rock into one story about the plight of people experiencing homelessness. This evening's performance will open with a poem by Davis Mendez and conclude with a short video documentary of interviews with unsheltered people by River Nevaeh. Tonight's cast includes David Norum, Jason Roeder, Janice Rock, River Nevaeh, Carrie Newhouse, Jane Press, and Alyssa Tanner. So cast, I believe we are at places, and if our audience member can please dim the house lights, we will begin.
This is 2009. John was alive then, with me, stealing sweaters from Salvation Army, surviving on stolen groceries and pilfered cabbage on the yellow-colored fields of the Central Valley, cooking canned beans on Duraflame logs in an abandoned and foreclosed home, getting stoned sunup to sunup, littering the day with stolen jacketed booze and ran-out liquor, hosting other lost and lonely teenagers met in our network of hunger, unknown to the other but in recognition of each other's hunger, first for substances, second for company, lastly for food. Back before he died, before the drunk driver tore his body apart, his arms from his chest, his mouth from his heart, his life from mine, back before I was incarcerated and built a resentment against him for only sending one letter in those 5 long, lonely years. Back before I woke up in dumpsters and on beaches. Back before I schemed a thief into returning my Samsung flip phone. Back before I realized that even as a young, idealistic teenager, the nation was against me, that the nation was against me, and so were you. Back before everyone mentioned in this poem was dead, incarcerated, or insane. We blacked out and woke up separately in separate places. We shared blunts and freaked out according to our own mental health peculiarities. We talked about the ways we would be famous. We didn't end up in that abandoned house without a story. If all was lost, the thing that remained was our stories, their lies and their exaggerations, those sealed truths breaking in the pitch of our voice. Our only truth was fear. For running away is a spirit, one that possessed us like guardian angels. Some of us lived lives better left unthought, unspoken, unlived. We painted self-portraits in fear. That's how we lived out there, defensively, aggressively, walking with our thoughts sadder than a million dying babies.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
Fuck. 2 weeks from retirement and I get stuck with this bullshit.
Lieutenant? Is this Lieutenant Colehart?
Fuck.
Lieutenant, sir?
What the?
Here, on the screen, sir.
I know you're on the screen. I'm old, not fucking blind. Who is this?
Sorry, sir. This is Cadet Packard, sir.
Cadet? Cadet? What are you doing here on my computer screen?
I think I'm helping you with the Zoom meeting today, sir.
Why aren't you in class in the academy, cadet?
We were supposed to do a 5-mile run this afternoon, but it was raining, so it was canceled, sir.
Jesus!
So I got assigned to help you with the technology, sir, the Zoom meeting.
The zoo meeting?
The Zoom meeting. Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ, cadet. I'm not a fucking Luddite. I know what fucking Zoom is. It was a joke.
Oh, yes, sir. That was
Just call-
funny, sir.
Yeah, well, just call me Sarge.
Sarge? But aren't you a lieutenant, sir? I mean, Sarge.
I am, but because I'm always just this far from being demoted back down to sergeant, they call me Sarge.
Oh, yes. Funny, sir.
That wasn't a joke, cadet.
No, Sarge.
Okay, cadet. So, what is this Zoom meeting about today?
It's with a community roundtable about the homeless situation. They want input from all sectors regarding the new shelter that they want to build in the middle
Wait,
of town.
you mean all those vagrants that we have living under the bridges and in the trees and the riverbeds?
Well, yes, Sarge, kind of, but actually, they are referred to these days as people experiencing homelessness.
Oh, they are. Is that what the snowflakes PC term du jour is?
Yes, I mean, no, they're just trying to humanize them.
So
So
we can no longer just call them tweakers or junkies or bums or just knucking fuck.
well, Sarge, you know that people experiencing homelessness include a number of families and the underemployed and some folks who are just unfortunate in being caught in the current financial downturn through no fault of their own. And so it's our
You know this, cadet, because you used to live on the streets, or a close family member does.
Oh, no. But we just had a block of training in the academy. And also, I have a degree.
Oh, wait,
in-
the training wasn't canceled due to rain.
No, it was in the lecture hall.
Ooh, thank goodness.
And I do have a degree in social sciences. And
Now tell me, cadet, are any of these PEHs also PECFs?
Sarge,
People experienced in committing felonies.
I haven't heard that term.
But well, you know how we handle those SOB PEHs, don't you, cadet?
No, Sarge.
Well, for one thing, back when I was in the academy, we sure as hell didn't have a training block on people experiencing homelessness. But we learned it on the street from guys like The Rock, 6'4", 300 pounds, intimidating as fuck. So when we find a bunch of vagrants illegally camping, we just chop the shit out of their tents and sleeping bags, and they hopefully move on to another friendlier county. See, that's how we learned to do it back in the day. Problem solved. Oh, and cadet, in my academy, we ran in the rain. What do you think about that, cadet?
I don't know, Sarge.
You don't know, cadet. You don't know? Well, here, look, let me break it down for you. Between back when I started, about 2009, we had no homeless problem here.
Actually, sir, in the mid 80s, Reagan cut mental health funding
And
by
you know what happened in 2009, don't you?
a big financial and housing crisis that turned
No,
into
the fucking Democrats came to power, cadet. And voila, the homeless returned like fucking magic. And look at it now, it is worse than ever.
But Sarge, the last 4 years has been the
But
Republican.
the last 4 months, who's it been, cadet? Huh? So my boys have been doing it old school, but some do-gooders caught wind, and now the captain has reassigned me to this left-wing re-education camp Zoom meeting. And now they want to build a big luxury homeless hotel right in the middle of the fucking business district. And they want us to buy into their bullshit. What do you think about that, cadet?
Well, Sarge, you know there is more to it than that, like job training and mental health and addiction counseling. And
Well, what about don't shit on the sidewalk counseling? Or some don't dump your used rigs in the street where some little kids can pick them up counseling?
it's more complex than that, Sarge, respectfully speaking.
You know, they just want us to play nice no matter what kind of fucked up shit they do. I mean, and so what? So all of these PEHs, what they're going to move into this big luxury hotel in the middle of town, in the homeless Hilton, and they're all going to go through their 12-step programs, and they're going to get good paying financial jobs and live an eternal kumbaya fucking yeah.
Well, Sarge, I mean, you've got to.
Now, the do-gooders probably are not going to take machetes to their chest. But in 6 months, when this whole master plan proves itself to be the total goat fuck that it is, you'll be out of the academy by then, and they're going to ask you to clean up the filthy, disgusting mess and move those people the fuck out.
In my dreams, I walk the shore, going somewhere nevermore. Have mercy on me.
Same as all your lives. Same as
Ah, fucking motherfucking goddamn son of a bitch, stupid motherfucking masks. Either we wear them or the cops are just gonna kick us off the beach. Well, why don't other tourists gotta wear them?
Yeah, why don't all the tourists gotta wear them?
Oh, look at these motherfucking yuppies. Well, they call them hipsters now, but they're still gentrifying. Living the dream, hogging all the housing. Grew up here, can't afford to live nowhere.
Days go by when the water on me. Let the days go by, water rushing over me. Let the days go by.
Making me walk up this damn hill again.
Hi, Jenna.
Hey, Jenna. I don't think she's feeling too well.
He never feels well.
You'll eat those chocolates, won't you, Jenna? She likes salted caramel chocolates. I remember from when we used to date.
Oh, honey, having sex with each other for men in a strip club ain't exactly dating, sweetheart. Yeah, she did kind of have a boyfriend.
Oh, that don't mean anything. So did I. But me and Jenna, we had a connection. That's why we made so much money.
Mm-hmm. Until she fell in love and married her asshole boyfriend.
Oh, I married my asshole boyfriend too. It doesn't matter.
Hey, did you fucking forget me just like everybody else does?
What are you talking about now, Isabel?
Well, where the fuck are my chocolates, huh?
You don't even like chocolate, and I can't use my food stamps to buy a heart-shaped box of vodka. There's rules.
Oh, rules. Fuck the rules.
Yeah. Fuck the rules.
Well, some rules is okay. You can't have civil society without rules. Oh, just rub your stupid rock. I'm just saying, you gotta have some code to follow or it'd be total chaos. Dog eat dog. Yeah, civil society, my ass. How civil is a society? Can't even take care of its elderly, huh? You! Sit down, you're blocking the sun for Christ's sake.
I don't know. I don't want to be around when you know who gets here.
Oh, she wouldn't want to be around when you know who gets here.
Used to be they didn't bother me on the beach.
Well, they haven't taken the beach from us yet. Dream about something else, honey.
Yeah, something else. I'll play you a song.
I hate that fucking song. Sit down, you're making me nervous.
Oh, Joan, you weren't waiting long, I hope.
No, dear, you're right on time.
I just got back from having Roxy trimmed. They were finally open again after shutdown. Thank God. It's so annoying. 1 minute it's total lockdown, then it's not, then it is again, and I can't even get in to see my stylist to fix this mess. Of course, I understand that it's necessary, and I always wear my mask now. How are you feeling these days, Joan? Are you still having aches and pains?
Actually, yes, but I'm not complaining. It was so close that the
Oh, it
doctors.
sure was. Eddie and I were so worried, and the kids, they called almost every day.
How is Edward? I haven't heard from him in a while.
Well, you know how busy he's been, and he's always running around.
Linda, we both know my son. He's just like his father was. He can't deal with it when the women he loves are ill. He could barely deal with you having back pain when you were pregnant. And I nearly died on him, poor thing.
Oh, Joan, he is so happy you're alive. He's just crazy busy and in Zoom meetings every day for hours. Well, Joan, you're really looking well. Is that a new hairdo? I love the color.
You're changing the subject.
I'm not. I'll bet you'll be with us for decades. I'll talk to Eddie. It's true, time's flying by. Who even knows what day it is anymore? I mean, all of a sudden it's Friday when it was just Monday, and you're wondering if it was yesterday you showered or the day before, and then you start thinking.
Linda, you said in your email you had something to speak to me about.
Oh, that's right, I did. You are not going to believe this, but I guess it's a sign of the craziness of the times we're in. It seems the county wants to remodel that doctor's building a couple of blocks from the center of town. You know, practically in the middle of the shopping district into, oh, get this, a shelter for the homeless. Can you imagine? Right there with all those beautiful shops and great restaurants, well, the ones that are still open. I'm sure you agree that it would be terrible for business if there were homeless people roaming around the streets. I mean, really, what are they thinking? So, I'm circulating a petition to object to this renovation. After you sign it, I would love it if you could circulate it to everyone you know. We need lots of signatures.
Don't want them smelling up the neighborhood, huh?
I don't think I said that, but no, we don't. Do you? Oh, come on now. They do smell. I mean, they hardly bathe. I'm just saying. Well, you always said people shouldn't pull their own weight without getting handouts from people like us.
People like us.
Yes, people who have worked hard to get where they are.
Where they are. Sounds like something I'd say. Tell me something, Linda. Do you like living in your lovely, safe community, gated to protect you from all those dirty, unattractive, homeless?
Oh, for God's sake, Joan, you're talking about me like I'm some kind of, I don't know, some kind of selfish monster. Of course, they need a place to live, to shelter at least, but not in our backyard.
Someone else's backyard, then? Linda, do you remember how you got into that gated community?
Well, yes. You were very generous to use your influence to get us in.
Even though
What? Our income was a little bit under what they usually. Is that what you want me to say?
Yes.
Well, I don't think that exactly makes me equal to a homeless person. We worked hard. Eddie worked his ass off in the business. He's one of the hardest workers I know, and we quickly made more than enough to be eligible. I worked full time, but you know that.
True, but Edward went into his father's already well-established business.
Okay, so we got a little help, but that doesn't make the.
That's right. I got help too.
I can't believe this is you talking. Are you turning into some kind of socialist? You always believed that people made their own lives. What happened? Oh, God. Don't tell me you voted for Biden.
Well, let's just say that I've taken advantage of a woman's prerogative to change her mind, dear.
Why? What happened?
A little thing called COVID happened and I almost died.
You know what I remember most about Jenna? The way she used to dance. She loved to dance, held her head high. Even after guys in the audience would be so gross, she had beautiful dreams.
Anyone who's ever had a heart wouldn't turn around and break it. And anyone who's ever played a part wouldn't turn around and hate it. Sweet Jane, sweet Jane. Sweet, sweet Jane. We were waiting for Jimmy down in the alley. We were waiting there for him to come back home. We were waiting down on the corner, thinking of ways to get back home. Sweet Jane, sweet Jane, sweet, sweet Jane. Anyone who's ever had a dream, anyone who's ever played a part, anyone who's ever been lonely, and anyone who's ever split apart. Sweet Jane, sweet Jane. Sweet, sweet Jane. Heavenly white roses seem to whisper to me when you smile. Heavenly
is wrong with you? Wake up!
Okay, Sarge, the others who are going to be in the meeting are
The same folks that
representatives.
want to fuck with me just 2 weeks before I move off to beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Representatives from the mayor's office, the city council, Department of Social Services, building and planning, the county supervisor, county health department, a few nonprofits who deal with substance abuse, a job training coalition, some influential community members would be more
So
than
they are all going to tell me that arresting these people for nonviolent crimes like public urination, trespassing and vandalism, drug possession, and carrying switchblades to protect themselves from the other nonviolent PEHs is not going to solve the problem. Right, Cadet?
No. You see, the idea is that the police are still going to be on the front lines interacting with the homeless, but by building a positive relationship with them rather than an adversarial one. Police can help guide them to the proper services that will give
So
them.
essentially, they want us to do their jobs for them because they're afraid to get down in the gutters with these non-violent, misunderstood pillars of society. Right, Cadet?
No, Sarge, respectfully, that's not.
You see, it is a big fucking circle jerk. Tell the police to keep out of it, until things get all fucked up and scary.
Sarge, I think you're missing the point. Respectfully, sir. Not all homelessness is like that. Unsheltered families and working or underemployed people are usually trying to subsist on minimum wage. Most of them don't live under bridges. They live in their cars or move from place to place, couch surfing with friends or family, and we need to address.
Oh, they want us to move them into a big hotel together in the middle of town with all of the crazies and the drugged up violent derelicts.
No, you're not listening. With all due respect, sir.
What's your story, Cadet? Why the fuck do you want to be a cop anyway?
Oh, I grew up here on the peninsula and I wanted to find a way to help out my community. I got a degree in social sciences and cultural anthropology, and then worked my way through college in IT. I like the technology aspect of police work. Cyber forensics are fascinating, and to be honest, if I may, with the kind of reputation law enforcement has been getting lately, I was kind of hoping to be a part of transforming that image into.
Wow. Wow. In my day, guys like me, we just got out of the service looking to do the same sort of thing. You catch bad people, you put them in jail, you have a little fun doing it. I mean, anything else was just to pass the time, but you, I don't know, Cadet. I think maybe you're too nice. You could get taken advantage of very easily. See, there are some people out there that are way too fucked up to be helped by sociology, cultural anthropology,
Well, those are just some of the tools that I.
See, you remind me of my little sister, Cadet. She was a good kid. If I had a buck for every time some parent told me that their little Johnny, who shot a 7-Eleven clerk in the face, or their little Susie, who stole a car and drove it drunk and killed a family, was not a bad person. They just got in with the wrong crowd. I would be a rich man. But truthfully, my sister, the young one, she didn't do anything so fucked up as all that. She just got in the wrong business, married the wrong asshole, got strung out on dope. I tried to help her, but she couldn't give the shit up. I mean, what was I supposed to do? I'm not a social worker. Once people hit the point of no return, there's nothing you can do. Thank God. I'm retiring. You go do that modern police reform shit, Cadet. That is until the Democrats defund you. I mean, who knows You and your fancy degrees may be out there living on the streets one day too.
I'm sorry about your sister, Sarge.
Hey, and Cadet, don't call me Sarge in front of anyone else. They'll think it's disrespectful and you will catch some serious shit.
I thought you said that everyone...
No one calls me Sarge. I was just fucking with you.
Oh.
I mean, you're nice, smart, gullible kid. Just like my little sister was. You know what? I am not going to be a part of this Zoom meeting, Cadet. What the fuck are they going to do? Fire me?
Well, would you look at that? Ain't that something?
Hey, what's something?
Right there, it's a phoenix.
That's pretty. Fucking speed freaks, I don't see nothing but a stone.
The days go by, the water on me. Let the days go by, water rushing over me. Let the days go by, let the water on me. Let the days go by, water rushing over me.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
What's the matter? Did you fall asleep in the middle of your dream?
Wake up!
Yep, time to wake up.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up. Who told you you could afford to dream?
I don't remember anyone saying she could dream either.
Well, she must have heard about the American dream growing up in the US of A. What the fuck are you talking about? Italian Catholic families in the 60s? Oh, they only taught girls how to support their husbands. Only boys could have dreams.
Oh, that made me so mad. Fuck them and their morals trying to control me. That's why I became a stripper. I showed them, especially those mean old women telling me what I couldn't do.
Yep, that's why she became a stripper. That's why.
And fuck those nasty priests and those dirty old men putting their hands all over me. Oh. Okay, I gotta calm down. I'm starting to sound like Isabel. It's no good for any of us when I start to sound like Isabel.
Oh, yep. That's when all them pretty tourists start giving us funny looks.
Yep, funny looks. And the cops start snooping too.
Oh, don't give them any reason to call the cops. They used to do it too. They don't like us.
Ah, yeah, putting their hands on you. You know what? Those motherfuckers. Fuck the police.
Yeah. Fuck the police. Always telling us where we can't be.
Where the fuck do they expect we're gonna go?
Yeah, where do they expect us to go?
Oh, and fuck the nosy tourists, too.
Yeah, fuck the tourists, too.
All right, you guys, you gotta calm down. We don't want to end up in Natividad. You can't bring a bottle in there.
No. Oh, and not in the jail, either. That's even worse. Costs the taxpayers more money to shuffle us in and out of either place than it would if they just took care of us with some damn dignity. You'd think we weren't even human. Ah, goddamn idiot, conservative, oh, mean-spirited, penny-wise, pound, foolish, motherfucking policies. Ah, and the word for what? I ain't even got boots. Well, how am I supposed to pull myself up by the straps? It's not logical anyway. What's it even mean? How the heck does someone pull themselves up with bootstraps?
You guys, we're getting too wound up. We need something to help us calm down. Okay, Bert, why don't you play that song? Play the song.
Ah, just play a stupid song already.
I can play? Hope that I find what I'm reaching for, the way that it is in my mind. I hope that I won't be that wrong anymore. Maybe to have learned this time. Someday I'll get over you. I'll live to see it all through, but I'll always miss dreaming my dreams with you. But I won't let it change me, not if I can. I'd rather believe in love and give it away as much as I can to those who I am fondest of. Someday I'll get over you. I'll live to see it all through, but I'll always miss dreaming my dreams with you. Someday I'll get over you. I'll miss dreaming with you someday.
I know having COVID was incredibly hard on you, but you said they treated you well in the hospital.
The medical staff were so kind and attentive, even with all the pressure they were under.
Well, they're terrific, of course, real heroes.
Yes. And Sarah, one of the kindest, most attentive heroes, turned out to be homeless, living out of her car and coming to work every day. Well, she couldn't afford to live around here anymore. She didn't tell me this. I found out from another nurse. I couldn't believe it. She was always there for me, adjusting all those tubes and needles, helping me when I struggled to breathe, her hand on my forehead when I hallucinated and cried.
That is sad.
I did not deserve to be treated that well.
What do you mean? It was her job.
About 2 weeks after I was discharged, she died.
Oh. Oh, that really is sad.
They
I don't-
found her in her car, Linda. She was in her 30s, early 30s.
Sorry. Oh. So that's what made you change your perspective? Made you want to live around homeless people?
Live around? Linda, you know, when you're that close to death, you really do see images from your past. You can't turn them off or turn away from them like you can when you're in control. Oh, what I remembered, what I had to face about myself. Believe me, I did not deserve to be treated that well.
Of course you did, Mom. Of course you deserved it. You're a wonderful person.
No, honey, I'm really not. And you hardly ever call me Mom. Look, I don't want you feeling sorry for me, Linda.
I don't. I just can't imagine why you would.
No, you can't. But I'm ashamed.
Of what? Well, you know, Mom, Eddie and I, We love you so much, and we truly appreciate what you've done for us. You've always been there for us. Really, what could you possibly have done?
I'm not signing your damn petition. Don't ask me again. Listen, I have to leave. How do I get out of here?
No, wait. Don't go. Wait. Please, Joan, wait. I hate to see you like this. You should be staying calm. That will help you heal. Please, tell me. Tell me whatever it is.
It's not the kind of thing you'd like to hear, honey.
Tell me. How delicate do you think I am?
I even forgot about it. I erased it from my mind. I never thought about it. I never admitted to it. Funny how your mind can actually do that until COVID. It made me see what an unforgivable thing I've done. It made me face it. A skeleton in our closet, Linda, a rotting old skeleton.
Does Eddie know about this?
No.
Maybe it's best to leave it. I mean,
I had a sister. You didn't know that, did you?
no. I know you have a brother. Eddie mentions him every once in a while, but I never met him.
No, we're not close.
Well, what happened to your sister? Did she die?
No, nothing as simple as that. She wasn't an easy child, you know. When she got into her adolescence, she acted out, unlike me, who did everything I was supposed to.
Joan? Joan, are you all right? Can you hear me? Do you want me to call somebody? Joan!
Where was I?
You were talking about your sister. But really, if this is too much for you, we should stop. Maybe you need to rest. You need to take care of yourself. If I could, I'd be over there helping you. As
The
soon as you
pictures
get
in my head are so lucid now. I was so happy to have a little sister. My brother and I never got along. He was a bully. But then she got kind of wild, you know, running around, you know, seeing boys who were not in our, well, not suitable for people like us, drinking too much, you know, the kind of stuff I never did. She'd run away, the police would find her and bring her back. But when they told my parents that they found her working in some stripper place, that was it. The next time she ran away, they didn't even look for her. They cut her off. They never spoke about her again. They took down all the photographs of her. They made her disappear. We weren't even allowed to mention her name. You know, every once in a while, I think I've seen her out of the corner of my eye, and I just look the other way and walk faster. Then I put it out of my mind.
considering everything, it's understandable.
Understandable. That I ignored her? That I never tried to help her? I never looked for her? It's wrong. It's, look, I give to the symphony, the theater, the museum, but not to my own sister, a deeply troubled person. No, I wouldn't help her. I didn't want to be tainted by. Listen, I've got to go. I've got to leave right now. Sorry, honey. We'll talk soon, huh?
You can eat any more of them?
Oh, god damn it, I'm getting good and pissed off. Valentine's Day is just a big money-making scam. They give you a box of chocolates today so your legs will open wide, and next day, they give you a black eye instead. Love ain't real, and Jenna ain't like you. Remember the last time you got all them romantic notions? That did not end well.
Nope, that didn't end well. Did not end well.
Oh, Isabel, I wish you could just keep your big mouth shut. Now she's gonna remember. What's the matter, honey? Are they coming?
Who?
You know who.
Oh, I hope they don't take Jenna.
Ain't after her, after you. Just think about how you and Jenna used to dance.
Yeah, how you used to dance.
Oh, if they take her, though, I'll be all alone.
It's the same as it ever was. Close your eyes, honey. The music's in your mind. Dream, damn it. Have a sip of this. Just dream. Here, this'll take you where you need to go.
You may find yourself living in a shotgun shack, and you may find yourself in another part of the world, and you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile, and you may find yourself in a beautiful house with a beautiful wife, and you may ask yourself, well, how did I get here? Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. And you may ask yourself, how do I work this? And you may ask yourself, where is that large automobile? And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful house. And you may tell yourself, this is not my beautiful wife. Letting the days go by, let the water hold me down. Letting the days go by, water flowing underground into the blue again. After the money's gone, once in a lifetime, water flowing underground. Same as it ever was. 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 Water dissolving and water removing. There is water at the bottom of the ocean. Under the water, carry the water. Remove the water at the bottom of the ocean. Water dissolving and water removing. Letting the days
Hi, excuse me.
Jenna?
Hi. Jenna? No.
Jenna?
No. Are you looking for someone named Jenna?
Where's my other friends?
Your other friends?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but I do know that I actually have this area of the beach reserved for my yoga class, and you guys have been here for a while, and I need to ask you to leave now.
I reserve with who? I don't think so.
No, I actually need you to leave.
Well, we're taking naps.
Okay, well, it's time to wake up because I actually need to use this part of the beach. So, ma'am, I'm going to need you to get up and move. You can go, like, down that way. You can go, I don't care where you go. But you need to wake up.
Don't touch her. Don't you bother her.
What's wrong with her?
She's just sleeping. She's taking a nap.
I'm serious. I mean, look, I don't want to, like, call the police. I just want to be able to teach my class. So, are you going to get up and go? Ma'am, are you hearing this? Oh my God.
What'd you do? What'd you do to her?
Oh my God. Okay, I am gonna go call. I'm sorry.
Jenna, wake up. Jenna, wake up. Wake up. Jenna, wake up. Wake up. Jenna, wake up.
Joni? Is that you?
Yes, it's me. Can you hear me?
I'm old. I'm not fucking deaf. Yet. Surprised you want to talk to me. What's up?
I've been thinking about Jenna.
Yeah? Me too.
Do you think she's still...
Alive? I saw her a couple days ago, just stumbling down the street.
I want to find her.
Yeah. Me too.
I was always working steady, but I never called it art. I got my shit together, meeting Christ and reading Marx. It failed my little fire, but it spread the dying spark. Go tell the young Messiah what happens to the heart. There's a mist of summer kisses where I tried to double park. The rivalry was vicious, the women were in charge. It was nothing, it was business, but it left an ugly mark. I've come here to revisit what happens to the heart. I was selling holy trinkets, I was dressing kinda sharp, had a pussy in the kitchen and a panther in the yard. In the prison of the gifted, I was friendly with the guards, so I never had to witness what happens to the heart. I should have seen it coming. After all, I knew the chart. Just to look at her was trouble. It was trouble from the start. Sure, we played a stunning couple, but I never liked the part. It ain't pretty, it ain't subtle. What happens to the heart? Now the angel's got a fiddle, the devil's got a harp. Every soul is like a minnow, every mind is like a shark. May I've broken every window, but the house is dark. I care but very little. What happens to the heart? Then I studied with this beggar. He was filthy, he was scarred by the claws of many women he had failed to disregard. No fable, here no lesson, no singing meadowlark, just a filthy beggar guessing. What happens to the heart? I was always working steady, but I never called it art.
Please unmute.
Hear me?
You have to take the mic off. But it's
It's I know, but I'm using my account. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry about that. So my name is River Navai, and I'm really honored to be able to thank you for attending Same as It Ever Wasn't by the Eclectic Collective. I'm here in the green screen studio where so much of the magic happens. And this is our chance to take a brief intermission. But the second half of our program is going to be a documentary edited by myself, but in conjunction with other members of the Salinas Monterey County Homeless Union and Agents of Change 831, which is the group today that will be receiving any donations that you choose to give for attending this show. This is sort of a suggested donation, pay what you can, and there are two ways to do that. One is to Venmo Agents of Change 831. And the other way, you'll see it pop up as Nick Moosney. And the other way is to buy something for the encampments of unsheltered, unhoused people here in Salinas, Monterey County on our Amazon wish list, which is the People's Pantry. And so if you do that, if you just purchase an item, it will be sent directly to one of our members. So we'll make sure that we put the links to that in the YouTube and in the Zoom chat here. And hopefully you've been taking a break, stretching, getting a chance to take your intermission, get some concessions, because I am going to just introduce this video. So this is a project that, again, is done in conjunction with the Salinas Homeless Union. And it's actually my good friend, Wes White, who has taken the majority of this footage over the past 2 years. You'll see footage from beginning in the spring of 2019 through up until this April of 2021. And actually there are more
sweeps planned for this month in Salinas. And so this is a video about what are sweeps. It's something that that happens quite frequently to encampments of people who are living outside because there is, clearly a housing crisis, and it's rough enough having to live outside, but then being forced to move and having most of your things taken or destroyed is just an added complication. And so hopefully this documentary sheds some light on what that feels like and looks like for people who are living outside. And again, if you are in any way touched by what you see, or even if you're not, I hope that you will support with a financial contribution to our work through the Venmo of Agents of Change 831, and or by going to our Amazon wish list, which we will link, for the People's Pantry, and purchasing any of the items, and they will be sent to our members, and they will be distributed directly to people who are unsheltered, unhoused here in Monterey County. So without any further ado, I will begin this documentary entitled Community Swept, Community Kept. Enjoy.
Hi.
Where do you live?
Right here. Here's my ID.
That one? No need for that right now, but you need to tear it down.
Why do we need to tear it down?
Because
you're in violation of several city code violations.
Okay.
One is loitering in the park after dark. The other one is setting up camp at a park, which there are several freaking signs out here saying no overnight camping.
Okay, so can the city provide people with a safe, dry place to sleep?
There's a warming shelter right there.
It will not fit all of us in there.
Okay, well that's what I'm just telling you.
Have you attempted getting a job?
Oh my God! Really, you guys really going there?
No, I'm not going there. You're asking me.
Well, because I'm saying it has more to do with trying to get a job and stuff like that. People leave their homes, the tents, and people take their stuff.
Okay. Well,
so yeah.
You know, I can't solve all everybody's problems.
We're not asking you to solve. We're not asking you to solve it. All we're saying is.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not asking you to solve my problem. I can't even solve my problem. How are you going to solve my problem?
You're asking where everybody's supposed to go. I don't know that, ma'am.
Okay, so then how could you ask people to leave?
So it's like this. The members of the community have spoken. You're in a public park, right? You get this?
Protect and serve. You're a police officer, right?
Yeah.
Protect and serve
Exactly.
the community, the whole community.
Okay, so how would you describe the city cleanups of encampments? Like, sometimes we call them the sweeps.
Okay. When those sweep people come, they tend to take a few things that are considered more extra than is necessary. Like, you want to offer to throw away my trash can, but then you also want to take my bike frame, which you think is useless, but me, that's worth a lot of money, especially like a Diamondback or a Raleigh.
So do they take other stuff besides just trash?
Well, if you're not here and don't pick up your stuff, everything goes. Because that's happened to me once. I wasn't back in time, and there goes everything. My purse included.
Your purse?
Yeah.
They've done it to us like 8 times. We've been stripped of everything. Everything. Our food, our water, everything. We used to carry extra tents, extra sleeping bags and stuff for people that needed them. They took all that.
Yeah.
We give bikes to homeless people. Actually, to kids and homeless people. Whoever comes for a bike, we give it to them. They came and they took all our bike parts. I had a brand new bike that day. They wouldn't even let me get my bike off the bulldozers. They got it and they crushed it.
The most important thing they took away from me was my self-esteem, my self-worth, my self-value.
the city comes in, conducts a sweep. Anything left in the park is thrown away. And then once the city leaves, then folks move back in. So really, our city's not doing anything but causing chaos, panic. Some of the residents here, lost their stuff in the move. People drag their tents, which creates holes in them. And when the rain comes, you got a hole in your tent and rain coming through. Really, this is no solution. It's an act of terrorism, an act to create panic, to create distress, for no reason. If you're just going to allow folks to come back in here, which, they should, but they shouldn't be fucking displacing them in the first place.
While my brother passed away, right, I had a poster board of his picture that Hartnell had posted in the newspaper for him because it was supposed to be for gang violence, right? I had that on a big poster board, and they bulldozed it with a bulldozer in my face.
The only thing that's building us up is our stuff, and you're taking the only thing we have away from us. And it drops us back down to zero, where we don't feel good about ourselves. Some of us have depression disorder like me, and I get all sad and everything. And some people decide they want to try to take their life because of it. You know, a lot of things.
I was just crying and crying. I was hysterical because that's everything that we own. One of the city workers brought his kid with him. And I go, is that right? You're going to bring a child to watch this shit? I was like, is that what you're teaching your kid? To rob people and to strip them from everything that they got? I would never even take that job. I don't care how much they pay me.
You know, I've lost quite a bit because I invested a whole lot into, you know, my tools. I spent a lot on tools, a lot on lawn equipment because that's how I'm going to make my money. And that's what I do. I know I'm a independent contractor.
Therein lies the question: what is garbage?
Yeah, exactly.
Because keeping it clean is a very subjective term.
Right. Well, as you look around, pretty much everybody keeps their area clean.
We make sure that no one's place looks too trashy. We understand that everyone has their own thing going on, and it's not all gonna look perfect.
See, everything's a mess because everybody's trying to get their stuff out. When you come during the week, when you can take pictures of how it's all nice and clean. You come and get pictures when everybody's trying to get their things out and it's all messy. That's not fair to us. Leave a big mess because the way they are. It makes you want to not follow instructions because they're not following the law.
Pay me $16, $20 an hour. I'll clean that park. It won't be left like you guys and your men workers.
And I was to the point where I wanted to tell the mayor to come down here, come stay the night one night and see how it is. It was quiet, like 9, 10 o'clock. Everybody was in their tents, quiet, you know, doing whatever they're doing. But we weren't making a ruckus. It was quiet, you know. We had our areas clean.
What form of shelter do you have right now? Like a tent, a makeshift shelter of tarps and pallets, or other things?
Mine is a full-blown tent. I try to keep I'm a very OCD person, so I like to have everything like exactly one way. But I do understand why people create their structures. Eventually, over time and use of that tent, it's going to degrade. It's at the end of the day, it's a plastic fabric. This gentleman here, for example, he has this tarp covering his spot, and that's there because weathering or debris from the trees and whatnot create either mess or damage to that tent, and this is meant to protect it and create like a barrier over it, you know, so he has his privacy.
Have you ever lived in like a car or van?
I had my van before, yes.
Have you ever lived with no shelter at all, no tent, nothing?
For a little while.
Okay.
With your dogs?
With my dogs.
It can be difficult for me to live on my knees all the time in my van. This is something people don't think about. The minute I get up in the morning, I'm on my knees. And some people, I don't know how they can do it. Their vans are so full, their car is so full, they sleep sitting up. And so those are little things people don't realize. Oh, look at their red legs, they're so swell. Yeah, because they're on them 24/7 almost. Because they don't lay down.
We're in a 3-man tent with him who's taller than tall. He's 6'2", and then we got these two ones. And it's hard to be in a 2-3-man tent.
It's your whole house, yeah. How safe would you say that you feel here? Like very safe, somewhat safe, not very safe?
Not really. I thank God I have my dogs. I thank God my boyfriend's there. But at the same time, I do get scared. Well, being a woman alone, it's just scary to be out here, period, you know? You don't know what can happen. That's what scares me. Any situations that go on, like I just don't go out anymore after it gets dark. I stay in my tent.
Okay.
You know?
Your neighbors?
Neighbors, I have pretty good neighbors, so that's okay. And I do have a very sharp stick in my tent. Okay.
I'm not gonna say I feel safe here all the time because I don't.
Yeah.
I don't at all. I get like bad sometimes, like where I'm fucking like afraid for my dog and shit. You know, he's a baby. He don't fucking need to be around and shit.
So I'll look out for each other one way or another. You know, sometimes I'll be out here at night and I'll make sure that everyone's space is left alone and they're left in privacy and they can sleep with their head in peace at night.
It's safe right here. We keep this place safe. We take care of the people here.
Wow, yeah.
Like, well, we all take care of each other. If someone's hungry, we feed them. You know, they just ask us.
Have you been offered shelter by the city or other agency? And if so, who and what kind of shelter?
No, not really. No.
No, not at all. Okay.
I mean, they come out and they say, "Oh yeah, we got these places," but yet they accept the dog and they don't accept the dogs. Or I can have her inside, but he has to be outside in the kennel, and he's an outside dog. He's an inside dog. and he's stuck to mommy like glue.
Mm-hmm.
And I refuse that because the fact that my dogs are my kids, and I'm not gonna leave my kids out in the street.
Yeah.
I'm on the waiting list. I'm not gonna go to the fucking shelter with bed bugs, dude. My family, I'm not gonna jeopardize my family. Section 8, they barely got it.
You don't qualify because you ain't got enough money for any Section 8.
Yeah.
If you pay, you have to pay 90%. You know, a lot of cases, and you have to make at least $1,000 to really qualify.
Yeah. So how can you get a place if you're home? You don't have
Yeah.
income coming in and you're homeless.
Yeah.
So you're stuck out here.
I was offered it. I didn't take it because of all the rules and stuff like that. I couldn't even go there with my boyfriend, and we're out here together. You know.
Right.
We signed up together, but it just didn't work out for neither one of us.
If there was any type of like service that
that would help me like live somewhere else, hell yeah. I signed up for that too, and like, you know, it's like only like a small chance that you'll get picked, you know. I do try to do the housing stuff. I don't want to live here, you know. And I wish something would happen soon because like I deserve better. You know what I mean? But it's hard to do stuff when you have to do it on your own.
One of the factors that, you know, deters people away in the long run is essentially like some people do get help. Maybe 1 out of 2 of them, you know, they follow the whole line of the process. That's cool. It's cool. You know, we all want housing and everything. But at the end of the day, if the rest of us out here, you know, we apply just as much effort and we're not seeing those same results, and then, you know, the city wants to look at us like, oh, we're just people who aren't trying to do anything with our lives, or you know, like we're not worth the same amount of time, care, or effort we are.
Yeah.
It's just when we try to apply ourselves, we didn't get the results that, you know, were expected.
Taking care of yourself physically, washing your body, going to the bathroom, it's very challenging on the road. Or living on the streets. On the streets hard. I can't imagine living on the streets. You know, living in your van is enough.
I used to do my laundry at my mom's. Like, she would come
Okay.
and take release once a week to her house, but
Yeah.
because of the COVID,
Yeah.
she's high risk and stuff, and I'm high risk
Oh,
and everything.
yeah.
It sucks because I used to take my showers there. I used to wash my clothes there, and I haven't been able to go in more than a year, like a year and something now. And medical
services, and then there's mental health counseling.
Yes, because there's a lot of us out here. Mental health services, yeah, we do, because how the gentleman right here, this one likes to start fires. The voices in his head, they tell him to start fires.
Oh,
and
yeah,
because he has PTSD,
Yeah,
it's hard.
My last question is, if you want to answer, what factors do you feel have led for you to experience homelessness?
The death of my son.
The death of your son? Were you working before, or you were living with?
See, actually, I took care of him because he wasn't able to get around anymore. So I took care of him, and I got paid for taking care of him. And when he passed away, well, everything went, and I lost my home. You know, circumstances that happened.
Thank you for sharing.
We got a 30-day notice, and I was trying to help my family move more so than I was looking out for me, and I lied to her, and I told her, she asked me if I had a spot to stay, and I told her, yeah, I got it. They even gave me a bottle of wine. And that first day I was out here, dude, I lost it.
Yeah.
At one point I had 3 jobs. I was even going to college. You can't do college, maintain 2 jobs, and move up to 3 jobs. You're gonna end up letting one of those go, and I chose to take care of them before anything else. I'll keep it real. I was probably doing, you know, some other substance and my heavy alcoholism 2 years prior to me ever ending up out here. But at the end of the day, I would always put paying my rent, paying a bill over, you know, if I can't have this, it is what it is. I wasn't doing nothing so crazy that I feel I should have ended up out here like that.
Yeah.
And I don't feel that I'm such a bad person to this day that I deserve to stay out here, you know?
I'm only here because, honestly, because my sister's husband tried to rape me when I was sleeping, and I was living with them. Like, I don't want everybody to assume that everybody that lives here does drugs, because they don't.
So you go, you put everything in storage, and then you're looking for another place, and there you are, right? And then it doesn't happen. You do your best to find a place, but then you don't, because the prices outside are just like off the charts. That's how it happens. One of the ways it happens. So many people that are homeless are looking for work.
Yeah.
But they can't get work because they don't have an address. You know? And they try so hard. They're out every day.
I'm a goal person. Like, I I had a place to live, and I was the one that was mostly paying the rent because I had 2 jobs. I'm not lazy, that's for damn sure. I'd much rather be at work than be at the stupid park. I've been looking for a job lately. I'm gonna admit, like I didn't for a while because I fucking was messed up in the head. I'm long done with the break. You know, so like I've been getting like phone calls back, but it's just like I can't leave Mac overnight by himself, and people really want people that are gonna like be able to work whenever.
We're all more than willing to work. Like every single one of us. We'll clean the parking lots. We'll pick up all the trash. We'll do this. We'll take out everything.
Yeah, go out and get a job. Go out and get, you're young enough to get a job. What's the matter with you? You know, you're not going to let the drunk.
Yeah, but to make it impossible, go do anything because they come and take your things.
¿Qué más necesitan? Como cobijas, guantes, ¿qué más necesitan para vivir aquí? Trabajo.
The thing is, the city should try to build us up, not tear us down.
Yeah.
And all they're doing is tearing us down. Like my family says, we're only one check away from being homeless.
The divisiveness has infested. Divide. Well, divided we fall. Only united can we stand.
Being on the road for me, I call it just being on the road. Homeless is such the word. You know, we gotta find some other word. It just doesn't fit. It's very rough and can be very mentally hard, emotionally, physically. It is a constant. And you do get weary. I get weary many times. Weary to where I just stand and cry. Just stand there and just, because I get weary. Every moment is a challenge because you begin to put yourself into the unknown. You know you're definitely in the unknown 24/7. And that's where everybody's trying to get to anyhow, really, because that's the only place we're going to find ourselves. I can't say I'm not the average, quote, homeless person, but because there isn't any average ones. There's as many people and reasons for being on the street as there are for people that aren't.
I want city staff to know that we as displaced individuals, we all want change out here. We all want change out here, but sometimes it's what the city wants and what we want, and then it's what the city doesn't do and what we try to do.
Council should come out and get to know people.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sit down and talk to us. Sit down and have a date with us and be like, okay, talk to us, ask us questions, find out who we are. Don't just put us all, stereotype us.
There are literally 2 architects staying out here on the streets that I met that
Wow.
can actually show me their credentials and
Yeah,
that can
yeah.
build their own structure. You know, they know how. And,
Okay, yeah.
and they're really creative. You know, I think that the city should be more precise in mentioning, hey, okay, you can't have a structure out here the way you want it exactly, but if it looks clean and they don't pose any chance of bodily harm or damage to ourselves or anyone around us, then I feel that they should be perfectly fine. You know, we as a city should be unique in that, and then by all means, go ahead.
Everybody at Sherrod Park, you see, are working together. People here are trying to get their lives together. We're not just doing nothing. People are trying to work together to make a change. The fucking system ain't helping us. The city ain't helping us.
No.
The social workers,
They're helping to hurt.
resources
On
don't
purpose.
help us.
I know we're under stress, we're under tension, we're under all of us, but we can't. We gotta stick together. The day before yesterday, I wanted to cook for everybody. And what was so a blessing, everybody just started giving me stuff I didn't ask. Some person gave me a can of beans, another one tomato, another one onions, another one tortillas. Cooked 20 people the day before yesterday, and it felt so fucking good in my heart because nobody was no fight. I made sure you got a plate whatever all of us ate.
If you can see the benefits of your efforts, it'll make you want to do more, I believe. If everybody bought into it, and I believe they will, it's going to make a whole lot of difference. It really will. Because we all inspire each other.
Say hey.
Hey.
Anyway.
And I'm tired of being depressed about all this. So this is what I'm going to do today when we go back. We're going to barbecue for everybody at the barbecue. And that's what we're going to do. I'm telling everybody.
I'll start getting stuff together, see what I can get, salad, meat, whatever.
Community is a broader picture of family. You understand what I'm saying? Because,
exactly.
Because once you understand family and why God gives a family, then you start understanding all of us are family anyway. If you look at it, if you really look at it, and understand we all a family anyway. We just haven't seen that yet.
God forbid, in the near or furthest of future, something like this ever happens to any of you or your loved ones. Boy, I was born and raised out here 2 blocks that way. You know what I'm saying? You ever need anything, I'll help you. Holler at me, I'll help you. If you ever end up in a situation like that, come to me, I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I had to say.
Mutual aid is a form of community support that does not rely on governments or other institutions to provide resources to each other. These resources can include everything from food, shelter, medicine, to legal aid, home repair, and beyond. Rather than using a service provider model where those who have provide temporary resources to those who have not, mutual aid seeks to create a community that supports each other. Everyone is deemed worthy of life and dignity, regardless of race, class, gender identity, sexuality, disability, immigration status, or status in the criminal justice system. We all stand to gain when we create solutions that address the root causes of systemic oppression. Mutual aid is the slow and steady process of building a world in which charity is obsolete, because a system that's working would never rely on charity to keep millions of people alive. We move at the speed of trust and sustainability. And by forming strong bonds through a voluntary pooling of resources and skill sharing, and a mutual desire to see each other thrive, we can adapt to the ever-changing circumstances of late-stage capitalism and build a network of community support that will outlast it. Creating a culture and practice of mutual aid benefits us all deeply, because it allows us to trust that we will be taken care of if and when our circumstances change and we could use a helping hand. None of us is immune to needing support at some time in our lives. But the good news is that by building community, centering joy and humanity, and creating something far greater as a whole than any of us could as individuals, we take steps each day towards growth, healing, and change collectively. What are you waiting for? All together now, when I am happy, it is good for the heart. When I am happy, it is good for the Okay, everybody, thank you so much. Oh, we're still partially on the beach. We've started taking down the green screens.
We can take turns.
So, cast and director, if you all would like to turn your cameras on, please do. Hi, Fred.
Hi.
I'm gonna ask
Sarge. He's on there as Sarge.
Hi, Nina.
Hi, Fred.
Okay, I'm gonna change the background. Okay. All right, we got some folks on YouTube. There's 12 people on YouTube, but some of them are multiple people watching from one screen.
Hi, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube people.
If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments or in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Cast, how was that? Second night down.
Yay. Great.
Go well.
Yes, some new fun things to see too. Thank you.
Yeah, so Demi is back, a great supporter of Eclectic Collective. I don't know who you are, Demi, but if you ever, I don't know if you perform, but I would love to meet you and find out if you're a performer and put you in a show because you're kind of awesome. And she wrote, "This is such a powerful piece, both the performance and the documentary. Almost got me teared up." Harriet Lynn wrote, "Congratulations to everyone involved. A lot to contemplate and was very touching." I don't have my glasses, so forgive me. It is
I can use mine.
Eric the Cool Cricket.
Eric the Cool Cricket
says, "Yes, I know who that is." Oh, that's Eric Roycraft from
Oh, yay.
Monterey
Hi, Eric.
County
Hi,
Theater.
Eric.
Hi, Eric. And Demi loved that song, but I'm not sure which one. 746, so it must have been the
Talking Heads.
Yeah. And then the cadet had the same expression that she had right now. Yeah, your expressions were fantastic tonight, Jason, wherever you are.
Eric the Cool Cricket says hi.
Cool. Good job. Thank you, Eric.
And I'm putting in the comments the donation information for anyone
Yes.
who'd like to send something via Venmo or buy something off of our Amazon wish list.
You're putting in the YouTube comments, right? Mm-hmm. May I continue reading?
Yes, please.
Okay, so the Homeless Union, Salinas, Monterey County says, "Thank you for attending, same as it ever wasn't. You can support the cause by giving a suggested donation." Oh, that's you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Kate Shock. All right.
Shock.
Remind me, please, to put my glasses on. Wait, I might have them somewhere here.
I don't know if the wish list is working.
They were 2 feet away. It was a long walk to get to them. Where are we?
Demi says that they've been in a few productions but have been focusing on finishing general ed. Would love to get back into performance once I'm finished.
Well, you got a place.
Hey.
Kate
Shock.
Thanks for your artistic and civic efforts. This is a topic that is often swept under the rug. This was a powerful combo of art and fact to educate us and show us how to help. Thank you, Kate. I'm glad.
Hi, Kate.
Okay, so the Amazon wishlist link, if you're in YouTube, it may not have been working, but the last one that the Homeless Union posted should be the one that works. So sorry about that. Yeah. Any questions for each other? Anything before we say good night until next weekend?
Well, the cast, you should stick around after we quit the live so we can talk about this week the
pickup rehearsal.
The pickup.
What about I wonder if we could just ask Nina, the playwright of Joan and Linda, and also David, who wrote The Cadet and the Sergeant. What was your experience like collaborating with each other and with Janice on this project?
It was excellent. It was really good working with the actors who just kept getting better and better under Fred's careful direction, and it was just a very, very good experience all around. I liked working with everyone.
I want to say that so I had contacted both Nina and David, and Nina got in touch pretty quickly, and we were talking, and she came up with the idea to have the characters related to one another, to have interrelations between the characters in the 3 plays, and that was a brilliant idea that really took us up to another level that I'm very grateful for. Thank you, Nina, for your generosity and creativity.
Yeah, it made because Janice had given us a prompt And I came up with a wild and crazy thing. And then when we got it, just took a little bit to get a little bit more focused, and it made it pretty easy. Nina and I got a few emails back and forth, and Janice kind of did them together, and so it kind of turned out amazingly. So I was happy.
Yeah, me too. It was great working with all of you.
And it was great having both authors available and one in a cast to ask questions and to make changes as we work together.
Yeah.
So it was really a collaboration.
Yeah. And I will say that both as an actor and a playwright, I don't like to give directors too much credit, but really in this unique situation where I was actor and playwright, Fred, don't tell him.
Don't say a word.
Yeah, he really did a good job in seeing both where it comes from the writer's perspective and from the actor's perspective, and brought some insights into the play that I didn't even know I was so brilliant putting these subtle things in there. No, but it really helped. Yeah, no, it was just kind of amazing because especially because Fred doesn't have experience in like the police world and stuff, but his insights into people and into the story really helped me out as a writer and as an actor both in this project.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I have to give kudos to every single actor. You guys, every single one of you is just fantastic, has just done a fantastic job. I'm so grateful for this wonderful, wonderful cast.
All the actors worked so hard at creating the characters because they developed slowly. We really let them develop as they got used to working the scene and with each other. It really became a piece created by the actors as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, and I enjoyed having the breakup with like with the other scenes with the combination of recorded and live actors, in Janice's scene. It broke up the whole thing as opposed to just people talking on little Zoom screens.
Right.
So I think that was an important thing to keep the whole production interesting. That was
sure a lot of fun to do. A lot of work.
Yeah, you guys, you had all the work. The rest of us just had to sit around.
Very tricky.
Yeah.
We didn't figure out how to like really nail it down until the week before tech, where we kind of like, oh, that's what we should do. That's how we can make it work. Because River was doing the voices. River and Carrie were doing the voices live here of the characters, and I was the only person in front of the camera live, and so it was so tricky, but it was a lot of fun making that Talking Heads video. And
oh yeah, Jenna spent a lot of hours on the video editing, and it came out very, very cool. So we had to use it as much as possible.
Yeah, it was. We had to find a place for it.
And yeah, it has been a lot of fun. It has been a lot of work, and we have to do it again next weekend, or we get to. So
yes,
please, if you're watching,
7th and 8th.
Yes, do share with everyone.
8th and 9th.
That will be happening on
7th and 8th.
Oh, 7th and 8th, yes.
Friday and Saturday.
The 7th is Jane's birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Jane!
It always seems like I'm performing on my birthday.
So fast.
I'm always doing some show on my birthday.
That's really nice.
It's a good way to spend my birthday.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's say goodnight to our YouTube audience.